Good evening and welcome, Rich Rebel fans. If you're just joining me here on 98.3 KADQ, we are live from Montpelier, Idaho, as the Rich Rebels will be taking on the Bear Lake Bears varsity girls momentarily. Currently, right now, we are at the very end of the JV game. Bear Lake up by 4, 27-23 out here. We welcome you now to the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau pregame show. This is going to be a fantastic game from what I understand. Bear Lake has been incredibly stellar. We'll be seeing a lot from a few stars from Bear Lake, and a lot of those stars we actually saw on the volleyball team most recently for Bear Lake in the season opener for the girls volleyball team in Randolph. We welcome you here as tip-off is probably about 30 minutes from now. We welcome you into the booth. This is Cody Olson, voice of the Rich Rebels. We're in the waning moments of this JV game. We'll keep you updated as to how this goes. Bear Lake with the ball and a good little inside move. It's going to be blocked by Pugmire, and then an attempted rebound will get thrown out the baseline off of Tingy. Well, we join you now as each of these respective teams looking for a win. Bear Lake currently winless on the season. We'll dive more into that as part of our scene set. Until then, thank you for joining us, and you'll be hearing a little bit more about the scene set after this quick break. Until then, this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Welcome back, fans of the Rich Rebels as well as the Bear Lake Bears. Joining us here on the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau pregame show. That's Bear Lake, Utah, and Idaho. The best family vacations happen here. Plan your vacation today. Visit bearlake.org. Moving into our scene set, Bear Lake currently winless on the season. They have losses against Grace, Idaho, Marsh Valley, and Firth. Last year's total record, 9-12. And the Bear Lake Bears looking to try and get a win up against the Rich Rebels tonight. Rich coming in a huge victory as I fix this graphic that we have here. Rich winning their last game against Westside in a highly contested matchup. Huge three-pointers by Mackenzie Smith and Ambria Lutz at the very end allowed them to get up and above. That's going to be a 28-31 win for the Rich Rebels last night. They come into Bear Lake riding high as JV making it incredibly close right now. They are down 2 points to the Bears with 2:13 left here in the fourth period. The Rebels losing 2 games in the state preview tournament, but frankly, they showed great improvement from game to game. In that game against Wayne, they were out-rebounded immensely, just an insane rebound differential, and then they were able to kind of improve upon that once they played Valley the next day. Still without starting point guard Taylor McKee. Hopefully she'll be back later on in the month of December. Until then, Ambria Lutz, who has done an absolutely stellar job, will be taking over point guard position with Violet Taylor backing her up. Starting lineup last time included Cassidy Grohl, Darlene Peterson, and Brittany Lamborn, Mackenzie Smith. I assume that might be our starting lineup again, as we will see how that goes later on. Thank you for joining us on 98.3 KADQ in the waning moments here. We'll go ahead, call the last minute 30 of this JV game. Bear Lake with the ball trying to run out the time, and a quick steal by Ellie Argyle. Outlet here to Violet Taylor, who's working it across the timeline, almost loses the handles on it. And that's going to be a double dribble because she lost her balance, had to put both hands on the floor and then grab the ball with both hands again as she was just kind of going faster than what she probably intended to do. Loses the ball. That will be a turnover as the Bears are going to try and attempt to run out the clock with 1:18 left in the game. Here they go across the timeline. They go guarded by Tingy out on the right side wing. Back to the top of the arc. I don't imagine that Bear Lake is going to try and shoot anything quickly. They are up by 2 points, 27-25. While this inbound's coming in, Bear Lake varsity came in 4th in 2A Southeast Idaho last year. Losses against Grace, Firth, and American Falls. Excuse me. Head coach Brenda Meserly, as I have a sneeze stuck in my nose, and it's probably the worst thing to ever do on live radio. Here comes 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the quick timeout taken by the Rich Rebels. So we'll go ahead, take a quick break. Thank you for listening to the Scene Set. Our Scene Set today has been wonderful, kind of getting a glance a little bit into each of these respective teams here on the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau pregame show. We're out here in Montpelier, Idaho, home of the Bear Lake Bears. Our Scene Set today brought to you by mylocalradio.com. Set the scene for your business to increase in 2022. Advertise more with My Local Radio. Let's go ahead, take a quick break. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Q, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Atlas Home Care and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kylie Argyle, Brady Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call Atlas Home Care and Hospice today.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today. Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. We're going to attempt to get the camera back as we've been having a few issues with it lately. Not 100% sure as to why that is. Rich currently with the ball with 1 minute left in this game. They're working their way across the timeline out to the right side wing. Here's the very top, Violet Taylor. He's going to get it out there to Tingy out on the left. Violet Taylor at the very top. Here comes the camera back. Back to the top of the arc. They just need 2 points to tie this game. Across the arc, it's going to be intercepted almost. Yes, intercepted by the Bear Lake Bears on an attempt by a pass. Tylee Tingy tried to send it all the way over there to Sage Lundgren out on the right side wing, and now we're going to go get a 1-and-1 opportunity with 36 seconds left here in the fourth. Bear Lake can put it up by 2 possessions by nailing both of these free throws. Here we go, first free throw coming up for the Bear Lake Bears. That one's off the front of the rim and good. Now a 3-point game. Our camera's being just a little finicky, but thank you for joining us on mylocalradio.com as we're coming back here and getting some more action just out here at Montpelier, Idaho. Bringing down our mic just a little bit, and now it is a 4-point game on the second attempt free throw. That one was good. Here comes a mid-range J by Violet Taylor. No good. Rebound offensively by the Rich Rebels. Here's a foul out onto the floor. We'll see what happens as each of those teams were going for that rebound. 24 seconds, a 29-25 lead for the Bear Lake Bears. Huge free throws to ice the game, really, for Bear Lake. And now Rich has to get a couple points in there. Ellie Argyle had the 3, decided not to take it. Skip around there to Sage Lundgren. Lundgren is kind of trapped, and she's going to get picked off, pit-pocketed, and here come the Bears all the way down, up and from east to west, and she goes up with her left hand. Bear Lake will get fouled on the arm and go to the line. I believe that will probably put the icing on the cake for this game, as we're going to get ready soon for the standout student interview. Special thanks to the town of Woodruff for making that happen as part of our Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau pregame show. Here comes the first free throw from Bear Lake. That one's a miss, so Hope's still alive. 4-point lead for the Bears currently right now. Special thanks to the mayor and town council. It's the mayor and town council. There's a rebound here and a foul really quickly. Ten seconds left here in this game. The ball will stay with the Rich Rebels. They are going to need some type of miracle to make this happen. Way out there, Ellie Argyle fields it at midcourt. She stops, turns around, shoots the three. That one's up off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound, Bear Lake, and that will be the end of the game. That's the end. Bear Lake taking the JV match 29-25. Let's go ahead, take a quick break as we get ready for our outstanding student interview brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Thank you so very much. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
When you enter the city limits of the town of Woodruff, the sign welcomes you to a place with the coldest temps and the warmest hearts. Settled in 1870, we celebrate the values of kindness, compassion, and friendliness, knowing a community's greatness may best be measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Mayor Scott Sabian, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Ken Stewart, and Jason Peterson, with Secretary Lisa Bell, welcome you and say,
Go Rich Rebels!
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. Just as a little bit of a caveat, we are having some technical difficulties with our camera work and connecting to the internet. We thank you for being patient with us, as please bear with us if for a moment we cut off the airwaves. It is just because we're trying to find a way to stay on the air and get the video coverage that you so desperately need to cheer on your Rich Rebels out here in Montpelier. Until then, enjoy this outstanding student interview with Tylee Tingey that I had just barely. Welcome, Rich Rebel fans, here to the Coach's Corner. I am joined here with Tylee Tingey. Tylee, I'm gathering that we had a fun time on Thanksgiving. You want to tell me a little bit about what you did?
I just went over to my grandma's, just hung out there, ate a lot of food, food coma.
The classic stuff, right? Absolutely classic. So what was the staple dish that you just absolutely enjoyed for Thanksgiving?
The pie, obviously.
The more important question is what kind of pie?
Cherry pie, all the way.
Thanksgiving is past. We're finally out of the break. Everyone got to nap in their food coma. We're getting ready for basketball season. And we saw you a little bit on the basketball court in Richfield getting some serious reps. What was it like just getting varsity reps for maybe kind of a substantial amount of time?
It was kind of scary because that was like my first ever like varsity game to actually play in. So I was a little nervous, but like once I got out on the court and like I played with my team, it was fine. Like I had fun.
You did fantastic. I mean, like getting on there as a junior is super great. A lot of turnover. I mean, we graduated a few seniors from last year, so there's a lot of spots that are open. What kind of things are you really working on in terms of personal goals to get better and get some more playing time? Get out there.
I need to work on my shooting a lot. I have a hard time shooting. Like I'm a good shooter, like I can, but I just won't in a game. I like to get assists. Yeah.
What's intimidating about the shot? I mean, really, is there a mental something that you're trying to get over?
Yeah, I don't want to disappoint anyone, but I know I'm not going to because we all make mistakes, but I don't know, it's just in my head a lot.
What kind of stuff are you doing to implement to get over that? Are you doing shooting drills? Are you working especially with Coach Lundgren? What's your game plan?
I like to work outside of school or practice, and just shoot on my own and just work on that. In practice, I'll try shooting and when we're scrimmaging and stuff, shoot more.
Do you have a court, a backyard, hoops, or are you going to the gym? Where are you going?
Sometimes I go to the gym, but there at my house we have a hoop in our shop, so I just go out in there and shoot.
Did you have family that did basketball as well before you?
Yes, so Sage did. She graduated last year, and my older sister did her freshman year, I'm pretty sure.
What is the camaraderie, the friendship like on the basketball team right now? What was it going down to Richfield together?
I think we all get along great. We I don't know, we just work really well together, and we're all friends off the court and on the court, and we just help each other out, pick each other up. Yeah.
Well, dipping outside of basketball, Tylee, what are you doing in terms of in your free time? I mean, like, obviously you're shooting hoops in your free time, but what do you do here?
Not much. I go home pretty much, just hang out with my sister and my brother. But other than that, nothing really. Basketball is the main focus right now.
Basketball takes a focal point right now. Is it good to have family at home and supporting you? Do they go out to the games and stuff like that?
Yes, they all do pretty much.
I mean, have they done the body paint or the signs yet or anything for you?
Not yet.
Well, you are also on the cheer squad. What's your favorite aspect of being on the cheer squad?
It was just really fun. Like everyone, like there was nothing really like too hard, and it was just everyone had a great time, and we just had a lot of fun.
Did you have a favorite routine?
Yes, what is it called? Remember Me dance routine, yeah.
What was it about the Remember Me dance that you just connected with?
I don't know. It was just I had so much fun doing it. And it was a lot of like fun moves and stuff.
I'm pulling you out of class. You told me that we're coming out of math, but maybe outside of math, what has been your favorite subject here at Rich High School? You started a new trimester, so maybe what's the new favorite class right now?
Photography right now. It's really fun, and it's new, and we're all learning together. It's really fun.
What type of photography? Are we doing portraits? Are we doing sports photography?
We're focusing on everything right now. So right now we're going to do astrophotography, which is really cool. So the stars, the night sky, and yeah.
How do you take pictures of that kind of stuff? I mean, like, isn't it like the stars? You have to have a very special camera?
Yeah, so we each got a camera, and we just are learning how to use it right now, and for specific things like stars. So right now we're just learning.
Is there anything that you want to talk about specifically before we end our interview, Tylee? Tylee Tingy, we'll be seeing her on the basketball court. We've seen her in cheer. Thank you so very much for doing the interview today.
Thank you.
This is Tylee Tingy. She was an awesome interview. Just kind of dipping a little bit more back into our scene set. Bear Lake 0-3 currently right now, but we're going to be seeing a lot of talent on the floor, as with Rich, that is transferable from volleyball. I mean, looking at the roster, we saw a lot of these girls back in Randolph at the season opener for volleyball not too very long ago. We will see Kalisha Parker and company, and Kalisha was named in the top 20 players of Idaho Southeast 2A division last year as a junior. You'll see her on the list again this year. Haley Humphreys graduated from a while ago, gets the headlines, but Kalisha Parker, incredibly good player in her own right, especially on the boards. She averaged, as a junior, 11.3 rebounds per game last year, and she's also putting up 8.1 points, 2.2 steals, and about 2 blocks per game. She should move up from the Southeast Idaho Conference second team to first team in 2021, as last year in the state title game, Bear Lake just fell a little bit short, as now we're getting ready for a little bit of a different game, as the team from Utah coming up here to Montpelier. Cross-border rivalry. It should be a really good one. Special thanks to Tylee Tingy and the town of Woodruff for making that awesome interview possible. Let's go ahead, take a quick moment, another break, and then we'll hear from some of our own coaches. Until then, this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, as we get ready for the Pam Cornea at Town & Country Realty in Garden City pregame coaches show. It should be a really good one,
beautiful,
as
enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
Should be a really good one, as frankly, we are incredibly excited to see these girls come out as the coaches show, something that we look forward to. Let's go ahead and hear from Coach Cornea really quickly. AD Cooper Cornea, as he touches up a little bit more on this week coming up. Rich Rebel fans, we are at the beginning of winter sports season. I am joined here with AD and Coach Cooper Cornea. Coach Cornea, first of all, how did Thanksgiving go? Did you have a great time?
Oh man, it a good break, fun to have the opportunity to spend some time with family and just enjoy a little time off.
I agree. I think I did that as well. I think it gets everybody prepped, fresh, and ready to go because we have an avalanche of sports coming up this week. First off, we've got basketball. Let's go ahead and touch up on basketball for boys and girls this week. It's the season opener at home for both of these teams. Were there any themes that were discussed by the school board or the athletic department for fans coming out?
No, so we're good to go. Full open to anyone that wants to come and visit the game. Obviously, masks are welcome, and anybody that feels like they need to wear one is welcome to do so, but they are not required. And so should be an absolute ball of a time to just have everybody back in the gym this year.
We're excited. Although there might not be a theme, everyone's going to do rowdy right. Coach, I guess I had a question. With all of these schedules coming out for boys and girls basketball, can you take us behind the scenes as to what it's like to schedule all these games?
It's fun. It's a challenge at times, especially with our 4-day week. Being able, we're limited to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to play all of our games, and so it can be a challenge sometimes trying to fit everyone into our 2 gyms over here when you're trying to get boys and girls basketball as well as boys and girls wrestling. But it's fun. It's busy, and it's kind of cool to see the schedule come together, and it usually works out pretty well.
Are you the liaison that's reaching out to other athletic departments and other coaches to try and make this work?
So I like to give my coaches just a little bit of, their choice, whether they want to put together their own schedule or look to me to have them help fill in some games, or if they want me to do the whole thing. So it kind of just depends on the coach. I've got some coaches that enjoy putting together their entire schedule. I've got other coaches that would just as soon have me do the whole thing. So in some cases, yes, I'm definitely reaching out to lots of other schools and setting up times and games. And in other cases, I pretty much just confirm everything as it's turned into me.
Coach, we're super excited. Coach Cornea, Lex Cornea, this is going to be his second year coming up for the boys basketball program. Why do you feel as though he's been such a great addition to the tradition here at Rich High School?
Well, Lex is a graduate here, and he understands just the rich tradition that we have here at Rich High School, and he's really positive and very dedicated to what he does, and the kids have really bought into his system and worked hard, and I think just his positivity and his enthusiasm has been contagious for the boys and for everyone in the school.
Coach, I know that you're going to be spearheading a lot of wrestling coming up at the end of this week. The girls are heading to Farmington for a tournament on the 3rd and 4th, and the boys have the Grace Duels this Saturday. What is the hope for the beginning of wrestling season? What kind of goals are laid out for everybody right now?
Well, it's different for everybody. We've got a lot of people that are just starting out, and we've got some very experienced wrestlers. So it varies a lot between those different kids. But as a whole, really my hope for this first weekend is just that our kids will go out and be aggressive and do the things that we've worked on in practice for the last few weeks and just wrestle smart. Sometimes when, trying a new sport and trying wrestling for the first time, kids tend to be a little passive. So my hope is just that we can be the aggressors and really wrestle smart.
Coach, what is it like, you having been around wrestling for quite a while, what has been the biggest challenge for someone who's beginning to start wrestling, and also with the challenge of having girls being such a young program? What is the first mental hurdle that you often see that you try and help people out with?
Well, for our girls, most of them have done pretty much non-contact sports. So just the physicality necessary for wrestling is the biggest obstacle for our young ladies, I think. As far as for the boys, it seems like, wrestling is a small portion of the population that wrestles, but those that do it, there's a lot of those that are very, very dedicated and kids that have been wrestling since they were just, in preschool. So it's a challenge for someone new to jump in against kids that have been doing it, their whole lives. But I would say just trying to bridge that gap between, just the experience that these newcomers have compared to some of these kids that have been doing it for a.
That was Coach Cooper Cornea. Apologies, we're still working with some technical difficulties right now. Coach Cornea really touched up a lot on wrestling and all that was entailed, as the boys are out at the Grace Duels right now. Girls out in Farmington. We're 1 minute away. We'll go ahead, dip into our Laketown Ledger, and then take a quick break as we'll get ready for the national anthem. Laketown Ledger last met 9th of January 2021 in the state playoffs. A 50-46 win for the Bears. Rich is 10-6 all-time versus the Bear Lake Bears in what this game should be a very good one. Our starting lineup should be coming up soon. Until then, thank you so much for joining us on the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau pregame show. Visit bearlake.org to find hot deals this winter with some fun vacation getaways. That's bearlake.org. We also just listened to the Pam Cornea at Town & Country Realty pregame coaches show, selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. Call Pam Cornea at 435-779-0012. We'll go ahead, take one really quick break, and come right back after this few messages on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
When you think about Bear Lake, think family, fun, fishing, beaches, boats, green, and great food. Think water, wildlife, trails, and shakes, snow, scenery, and sun. Think summer. Go to bearlake.org and plan your visit today. Visit Scenic Idaho.
Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Atlas Home Care and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kylie Argyle, Brady Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call Atlas Home Care and Hospice today.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Proudly serving the people of Randolph and Hiram, Utah since 1997. Dr. Sean Grohl with Comprehensive Family Dental offers dentistry for patients of all ages. Great care, positive environment, and fair prices. Call for an appointment today.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. We're going to go back into the live camera mode as we are getting ready for the last couple moments before this game gets underway. Our sportsmanship pledge taken by a student here at Bear Lake High School. Just reminding all parents, students, and players that everyone has a job, including our officials and referees. Take the time and thank them, because it is not an easy job whatsoever to go out here. We're going to go and dip into the starting lineup, brought to you by Lutz Construction, Excavation and Landscape. Premier commercial and residential excavation and landscaping. We dig Bear Lake. Cassidy Grohl will be getting the start tonight. Brittany Lamborn also following behind her. Ambria Lutz, who's done a fantastic job holding down the point guard position. Mackenzie Smith also, number 44. Darlene Peterson also getting the start tonight. The starting lineup that we've seen quite a few times so far as we are getting into our first quarter. Here come the starting lineup for Bear Lake. Danny Bassett, number 5 for the Bear Lake Bears. Kelsey Skinner, number 14. Elise Kelsey, the senior. Sophomore Oakley Crane, number 23, getting a start tonight. Kalisha Parker, the player to watch tonight, as she has been stellar so far, both in her junior season as well as what should be her senior season here at Bear Lake High School. Here comes the opening tip-off between these teams. Darlene Peterson and Kalisha Parker lining up to get the tip as we get a double check from our referees out here. Here is our Rich Rebel fans, our students cheering really loud out here to the right. Here's today's tip-off brought to you by MyLocalRadio.com as we get ready for the T7 Propane in Woodruff first quarter. At midcourt, these teams meet, and the ball goes up in the air, won by the Rich Rebels. Cassie Grohl takes a jump stop right at the right side elbow and gives it right out to Brittany Lamborn. Back to Grohl on the right side baseline. Back to Lamborn. At the very top, Ambria Lutz and Coach Lundgren getting some calls out here as it is thrown out to Mackenzie Smith. Back to Lutz at the very top of the arc. One dribble out to the right to Lamborn. Trying to get it into Darlene Peterson. Kicking it out to Ambria. Ambria almost crosses the line as she almost had a backcourt violation. That ball went kind of awry as the pass from Darlene went over her head. Reeled in again. Here's Lamborn in the middle going across to Grohl. Grohl goes out to the left and barely gets it to Mackenzie Smith right behind her. It's kind of like a pitch pass almost. Good cheers from the Bear Lake Bears as well as the Rebels. No shot yet as we're about 45 seconds into this game in the first quarter for T7 Propane. Driving into the lane, Brittany Lamborn kicking it out there to Mackenzie Smith. Thinks about the three. Darlene open at the post. She goes up with her left hand and gets fouled. So to the line immediately, Darlene Peterson. Bear Lake Realty free throws coming up for Peterson. Free throw is something that we've all talked about quite substantially. We'll see how this goes. Darlene, first free throw up and off the back iron, no good. I believe that personal foul was on Skinner. Here comes the second Bear Lake Realty free throw. Currently 0 for 1 at the line, the only chance for points that they've had so far. Second one up in the air, almost banked home, no good. Rebound. Oakley Crane. Crane kicking it out there to her teammate, Elise Kelsey. Kelsey takes a mid-range J. Offensive rebound by Kalisha Parker. Ball goes way up in the air. Ambria Lutz somehow ends up with it. She's pushing across the court. Lutz kicking it out there to Grohl. Grohl, mid-range J out on the baseline. Air ball. That's Kalisha Parker again with the defensive rebound. Kalisha fighting off Brittany Lamborn and Ambria Lutz. Way out there, a pass intended for Kelsey from Skinner. That one goes out the line, and here comes a Crawford Trough inbound from Smith to Ambria Lutz. Still 0-0 with 6.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Lutz crosses the midline, and we're going to get a quick foul on Kalisha Parker as she tried to intercept the pass intended for Lamborn on the far side baseline in the corner. So Kalisha's going to get her first personal foul. Still scoreless out here in Montpelier if you're just joining us. 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. Lutz back out to Lamborn. Lamborn fakes, a good little pump fake on the right side, back to Lamborn from Lutz. Lamborn trying to work it inside, back to Lutz at the top. Around the horn to Smith. Smith to Darlene Peterson on the left side block. She goes up, gets blocked. Good block by Skinner. Skinner just met Darlene right at the high point right there and put that right back down on her forehead. That's a good block. Out on the right side, working it into Skinner. A little jab to the right and a hook up to the right. Here's an offensive rebound by Kalisha Parker. Can't put it home. Still 0-0 as we're out here. Cassidy Grohl gets the pass from Ambria. Ambria, long three off of the back glass, and she's going to get fouled on the three-point line. There we go. That's on Oakley Crane. We're going to try and get our First free throw up and good for Ambria Lutz. We apologize. We'll get our camera back up and working as we're working with the best that we have here. Second free throw, no good, so she's going 1 for 2 so far after getting fouled at the three-point line. There's our camera back. Still 5:40 left in this game. We've got a 1-point lead. Rich now 2-point lead. So 2 for 3 on the Bear Lake Realty free throws by Ambria Lutz after getting fouled. 2-0 so far, and working it into Kalisha Parker on the right side. That one goes off the front of the rim, no good. That was her teammate Bassett trying to get it into her. That was a defensive rebound, well executed by Rich. Good box out. Lutz and Lamborn have been playing back and forth on the right side. Lamborn going up, and she's going to get fouled on the arm. So she'll head to the free throw line. Number 5, that's Bassett. So 1 foul for Bassett, 1 foul for Skinner, 1 foul for Kalisha Parker. And the Rich Rebels have gone to the line a few times, and that's been their only chance for points. First free throw up and good. Back of the rim and in. Good free throw. Good shot by Brittany Lamborn. 1 for 1 so far in this game. Here comes the second one. That one's up and good. Good improvement by Brittany Lamborn. As we're going to get a quick timeout called. All down to the floor. Thank you for joining us on 98.3 KADQ, as well as on mylocalradio.com. We'll go ahead, take a quick break here, and come back to you live as we get ready. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Back in the live camera, thank you for joining us. We're going to get our camera back up and running. It is a 4-0 lead for the Rich Rebels currently at the moment. As we're trying to get our camera back up and running. Good shot there by the Bear Lake Bears. That one's up and in. Good work by the Bears as they're able to get back on the board. And a steal quickly by Skinner. Skinner up with the right hand, and that one's up and in. That's Elise Kelsey, apologies. Elise Kelsey with the first points here. And now we're tied 4-4. 4-4 immediately. Ambria Lutz at the top of the arc. She's going to kick it out there to Lamborn on the right. Back on the baseline underneath. That's Darlene Peterson. Back out to Lamborn. Lamborn's driving in. Darlene getting it in there to Mackenzie Smith. Up and under. Kicks it out to Ambria Lutz. Almost intercepted. A little floater by Ambria. That one's up and in. Ambria with 4 points here in the beginning of the first quarter, brought to you by T7 Propane. Here comes the Bears. Substitution in for the Bears as well. Working her way in, that's Skinner this time. Skinner leaves it to the right, just a little bit off, and a good rebound there by Cassidy Grohl. Ambria Lutz working her way across the timeline. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Guarded by number 2 of Bear Lake. Here we go, around the horn it goes. Mackenzie Smith with the long three. That one's no good, and that's an air ball. It will go flying out of bounds. Out onto the floor, we have Taylor Crane. Kelsey Skinner, who's just checked out, been replaced by Kayla Murdoch. Taking it up the floor, here comes Elise Kelsey. A 6-4 lead for the Rich Rebels. Around the horn out there to the left, back to Kelsey. Kelsey with the three from the right side wing. That's off the front of the rim. Double bounce and an offensive rebound. Good work by Danny Bassett to go back up with the ball and get the and one call. Here comes the free throw coming up for Bear Lake. No good. Defensive rebound by Darlene Peterson. Number 2, Sadie Schall, the freshman in currently, guarding Ambria Lutz. Lutz kicks it out there to Darlene out on the left. Setting up the half-court offense, dribbling to the right, across the horn, back to Mackenzie Smith. Fakes it to the right, goes back to Ambria Lutz at the very top. Ambria out there to Brittany. Lamborn to Lutz. Lutz tries the 3 way out there, just rattles out. That was dead on almost as it hits the back rim and out. Here is Kelsey. Kelsey working the point guard position against Lutz, kicks it out there to Schall. Schall driving into the lane. She goes up with the right hand, is blocked by Darlene Peterson. 6-6 is your score with 2:45 left here in the first quarter. Out there to the right for Brittany Lamborn, up to the top to Ambria Lutz. Left side, Grohl around the horn again. They're playing pass, trying to get something going around here. Lamborn on the right side to Smith on the far wing. Now out to Grohl, cutting into the lane, back up to Ambria. Ambria cutting into the lane, right-handed layup, just a little bit too hard. That's going to go off of the Bear Lake Bear and out of bounds. Here we get a Crawford Trough inbound coming in as Ambria Lutz will be doing the passing in duties. Slaps the ball and she gets it into Mackenzie Smith. Lutz gets the ball immediately back to her, takes the long 3, actually the short 3 from the near side wing. That one's just a little bit too far. Still 6-6. Kelsey out there to Schall. Schall is going to try a 3. That one's too far, and that's a defensive rebound by Darlene Peterson. Peterson has been ripping down the board so far, and that's been great. It's been keeping it close. 6-6, 155. Ambria Lutz shakes off a defender at the top. Darlene for a long 2. Way overshot it. That's going to be an air ball and a rebound there by the Bears. Here comes another 3 from Schall. That one's too long. Quite a few misses from each of these teams as Ambria Lutz is caught in the dead corner here. Kelsey Smith. That's actually Skinner, who was guarding Ambria, caught her in the trap right at midcourt, and they're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout. We'll keep it here. Defensive rebounds have been the name of the game so far. It's been impressive to see how these girls have improved since the beginning of the state preview tournament. Our camera coming on and off due to internet connections, but either way, I hope that you can hear me on 98.3 KADQ as well as on mylocalradio.com. A quick 30-second timeout taken, and that is an Independent Software Solutions timeout. Let Brian be your IT guy. Call 307-789-1978 today. So 6-6 here in Montpelier so far. Closing near the end of the first quarter, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. Sadie Schall has taken 3 threes in a row and have missed all 3 of them, and it seems as though these girls are just content shooting from the outside, both Rich and Bear Lake. Here comes a steal intended for Lutz, and here comes Schall, the freshman, who loses her handles, goes out of bounds, but keeps it alive. Diving out of bounds, she finds her teammate. And at the top here is Skinner. Skinner kicking out there to Schall. Schall really wants that 3 ball right here on the right wing, but instead eats it and sends it around the horn. Here is Murdoch working it to Skinner. Back to Schall on the right side. That's a right side jumper here. 2 points, no good. And another defensive rebound by Darlene Peterson. A little cross-up as Ambria Lutz leaves her defender with broken ankles here. Lutz has the long 3, thought about it at the top of the arc, instead throws it into traffic, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Bassett. So, inbounds coming in from the far corner nearest Rich's basket. They're on offense right now. Here comes the Crawford Trough inbound, getting into Cassidy Grohl on the far corner, across to Ellie Argyle. Then to Ambria Lutz, who's going to take the long 3. That one's just too far to the right. It's going to be an offensive rebound, but then stripped away. Then back to Rich. Ellie Argyle goes up with the left hand, and she's going to get 2 shots at the line. So far, Rich has only been making shots from the free throw line, as it is a 6-6 ball game right now. 24 seconds separate us from the end of the first quarter. Here comes the first Bear Lake Realty free throw. That one is up and good. Nothing but net. Ellie Argyle gets on the board with her first points. Here comes the second one. Second one up and good. Bottom of the net, 2 points for Ellie Argyle after getting fouled, going up with a left-handed layup here. Now an 8-2 lead for the Rich Rebels. Here's Shaw working it out there to Oakley Crane. Then out there to Skinner. Skinner around the horn. Shaw goes into the lane, has a little bit of a floater, and is blocked by Darlene Peterson. But instead, our official right down here is going to say that she whacked her on the arm. That was tough contact as it was met right at the rim. That was hard. Free throws coming up for Bear Lake with 5.2 seconds left here. Shaw breaks it off the back iron, no good on the first free throw attempt. Second free throw attempt coming up for Shaw. The freshman has come in and made a presence immediately. Second one up, and that's the bottom of the net. So 7 points now for Bear Lake after the free throw attempts. 1 second left for Brittany Lamborn, and she doesn't have time. Tries to get it out there to Lutz, who nails the three. But that's in after the buzzer goes off. So that's the end of the first quarter here. Thank you for joining us. Your score, Rich up by 1 here in Montpelier against the Bears, 8-7. We'll go ahead, take a quick break on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, as we get to the start of the second quarter. Our second quarter today brought to you by Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. When you need a repair, take it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. As we have our Bear Lake Realty fan cam now, not much like it matters. We can't even see our fans because our camera is being bonkers right now. At least I might be able to help you over the airwaves as we're going to get an inbounds pass from Bassett to Shaw. Shaw getting some good moments out here as we're back into live camera mode, back into the second quarter. Here we go. Around the horn it goes. This is back into the game. We have new players for Bear Lake as Taylor Smith in and works it around there to Murdoch. In there for Skinner. Skinner puts it up, and that one's going to fall in right after bouncing off the back iron. So Bear Lake coming up with 2 points right in the middle of the paint, and that's going to get them a lead here in the second quarter. Violet Taylor has come in, as well as Ellie Argyle, Mackenzie Smith, Lamborn, and Lutz. Smith trying to get it in there to Argyle. It's going to be tipped right there by Shaw. Shaw, good hands by Shaw, the freshman, as she works away from left to right on your radio dial. Skinner gets her pocket picked in the paint by Ambria Lutz, who works her way across the court right now, working against Shaw. Lamborn on the right, goes to baseline, instead pulls it out, has to pick up her dribble, goes back out to Lutz at the top. Violet Taylor out there to Mackenzie Smith on the left. Taylor, Lutz on the right wing. Lutz working her way as Shaw is all over her. Hands everywhere, and they're working into Ellie Argyle, who goes up on the jumper. He's going to get blocked by Skinner. Skinner with the huge block, and here come the Bears with a 1 point lead. Shaw out there on the left wing, guarded by Ambria Lutz. Bounce pass out here to Bassett. Bassett looks across the defense, back to Shaw at the top. Smith and Brittany Lamborn with the steal, going to the left side wing. Violet Taylor now gets the outlet back to Lamborn. Lutz has the green light. She throws it across and air ball on the three. Instead, Lutz gets it into the lane, lays it up, and that's a floater and good. 10-9 is your score. Here comes Murdoch working her way against Violet Taylor. Here's Shaw against Mackenzie Smith, and then near the near side baseline driving. Here is Bassett. Bassett will find Paydirt as she gets that little floater on the right side baseline. Answering immediately after the Ambria Lutz points. Ambria Lutz kicking it out there to Brittany Lamborn on the right side. A lot of attempted threes, and here's one again from Ambria Lutz. That one's just a little bit too hard. Ambria trying to find some sort of success getting those T7 Propane and Woodruff three-pointers. Here's Shaw working her way across. They're down one, and Skinner slips out of her hands, and that ball goes careening back over to Shaw at the top of the court. Then into Murdoch, out to the left. Here is Smith. Smith to Murdoch around the horn. Here comes Bassett, who thinks about the mid-range J. On the right side, has to pick up her dribble here on the right side elbow, and a little bit of a floater off the glass, and good. That's Murdoch. Murdoch puts up a little floater running out of the paint. And now Bear Lake up by 3 with 4:50 left in the second quarter. Brought to you by Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. We'll see how these points in the paint shake out. Currently right now, Bear Lake is really trying to get it in there with the points in the paint brought to you by Plains Tire. Tires, wheels, vehicle maintenance, all with a smile. Here comes the Rich Rebels. Tylee Tingy in the game currently. Violet Taylor working around to Ambria Lutz. Tylee Tingy out on the right wing. Looking across, tried to find Ambria Lutz, but instead, here comes Argyle in the middle. Tingy, long two, that's good! Great find by Tylee Tingy as she shot from the right side wing. That was great work from her. As we try and keep you with it again, here comes Bassett driving baseline on the right and kicking it out there to her teammate. That's Kelsey. Kelsey back out here. She's trying to drive into the lane, kicks it back out to Bassett. Bassett slows it all down, gets it out there to Shaw on the left side. Shaw cross court there to Bassett. Bassett drives the lane, puts it up, and that's a little bit too hard. That's going to bounce off of Ambria Lutz, but a defensive rebound nonetheless for her. Lutz cruising across the court, and she gets it out there to Tingy. Back out to Lutz. Violet Taylor in the middle for Ellie Argyle. Ambria Lutz takes the three. That's good! She silences the crowd with a T7 Propane in Woodruff three-pointer. And now it's a 15-13 lead for the Rich Rebels with 3.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Let's take a quick moment and a quick breather, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Q, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Welcome you back, Rich Rebel fans, here into the second quarter, brought to you by Stacy's Repair. When you need a repair, take it to the ones who truly care, Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. Speaking of Woodruff, T7 Propane in Woodruff three-pointers have been they've been going to Ambria Lutz. Ambria silences the Bear Lake crowd as they are jeering her on to take the three-pointer. She did, and she swooshes it. So, Ambria with a fantastic move. As we're joined here comes Shaw kicking it out there to Kelsey. Kelsey out there to Bassett. Bassett mid-range J, and that's partially blocked. It ends up in a Bear Lake Bears hands, and the right-handed layup is missed. Defensive rebound for Tingy. Ambria Lutz across the line, kicking it out there to Tingy. Tingy pump fake into the lane, instead around the horn, and here is Ellie Argyle right there. Ellie tries to get it out to Violet Taylor. Violet into the lane, gets it to Mackenzie Smith in the paint, who puts that prayer up high off the glass and in. I mean, if it works, it works, and that time it did. That's a Plains Tire, points in the paint. Play right there. Mackenzie Smith gets on the board with a two-pointer. 17-13 right here in the second quarter with 2.5 minutes left. Here is Bear Lake with the ball. On the left side wing, that's Bassett, now across to the lane. In, working, that is Kelsey. Kelsey leaves it short in the air ball. Tingy needs help. She gets it to Ambria Lutz. Lutz is almost pushed out of bounds, but has to bang it off of the freshman's knee for Bear Lake. And that will go out of bounds. So here comes a Crawford Trough inbound. Murdoch comes into the game for Bear Lake. Inbound from Taylor to Lutz. Lutz taking it across midcourt, working against Shaw. Into the lane, here is Ellie Argyle. After getting the feed from the top of the arc, she's going to get fouled on the arm with the left hand. That's going to send her to the line. Ellie Argyle with a point total of 2 in this game currently right now. Bear Lake Realty free throws, first one coming up for Ellie. That one off the back iron, no good, bounces right back to her. It will remain a 17-13 lead for the Rich Rebels with 2 minutes left. Substitution as Tingy gets subbed out. Cassidy Grohl has come in, the senior. Second charity stripe opportunity for Ellie Argyle. This one up and around the horn and good. 18 points for the Rich Rebels and another point for Ellie Argyle here in the second quarter. Here comes Bear Lake. Around the horn it goes to Shaw. Shaw kicks it back out there to Kelsey. Kelsey drives with her left hand into the paint. That one's going off a Rich Rebel, and good steal by Ambria Lutz. It's going to end up in the hands of Smith, and then back to Lutz, who goes across the timeline, working against the freshman. Cassidy Grohl gets the pass from Lutz and gets into the paint. Kick out to the right for Violet Taylor. Taylor back out to Lutz. Back to Taylor on the right. Around the horn, Cassidy Grohl. On the left now, dribbles with the right hand, takes the shot. Off the glass, no good. Rebound, Bear Lake. Comes Bear Lake, and Kelsey goes out there to her teammate out on the left. She leaves that three-pointer long, and it's going to be an offensive rebound by Shaw. Here comes Kelsey again, the three-pointer, this time short. Goes out of bounds. Good idea by Violet Taylor to leave that one. She didn't need to dive for it. 1:13 left in this game and a 5-point lead held by the Rich Rebels. Violet helping Ambria Lutz break the press, and here's Cassidy Grohl. Grohl going into the lane with the left hand up and just a little bit too hard. Left it just too strong on that. Defensive rebound, Bear Lake. Here's Shaw kicking it out there to Murdoch. Murdoch for three from the far wing. No good, and that will be an air ball, and it will go out of bounds. Here we go as back into play. Mackenzie Smith working against Kelsey. Kelsey trips up Mackenzie Smith, and here's Lutz working against the freshman. Spin and a left hand, right hand layup and one. Great work by Ambria Lutz, who splits the defense, spinning around like a pirouette almost at the top of the arc, and then driving into the lane, puts it up with the right hand, driving left. He's going to get the and one call. So 20 points now for the Rich Rebels. Here comes another free throw attempt from Ambria Lutz. That one's good. Ambria has been on fire so far from the free throw line. Good work from her. 32 seconds separate us from the end of this game. Getting it in there. Bear Lake's going to throw it away. Good hands by Ellie Argyle in the paint. 22 seconds. I think Coach Lundgren's saying hold this for the last shot. It's a 21-13 lead for the Rich Rebels. There's Lutz kicking it out there to the right. That's Grohl. Back to Lutz. Violet Taylor, cross court to Grohl on the right. Grohl almost throws it into the hands of the freshman for Shaw. Grohl, 5 seconds left. Ambria, long three. That one's left short, and that's going to be the end of the first half. 21-13 and a failed attempt at a T7 propane in Woodruff three-pointer, but nonetheless, a good lead currently by the Rich Rebels. They're up by 8. We'll go ahead, take a quick breather. Thank you for joining us on 98.3 The Wildlife, as well as on mylocalradio.com. This is Cody Olson coming to you live from Montpelier as the Rich Rebels go in with an 8-point lead. We'll see if they can hold on to it coming into the second quarter. Until then, this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston. Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, as we're getting ready to start the second half. We're in the middle of halftime, as this is a My Local Radio halftime show. Advertise where your messages will be seen during high school sports on the radio and online with My Local Radio. At half, the Rich Rebels up 21-13 against the Bear Lake Bears. Story of the game so far is Ambria Lutz has been on fire. 12 points on her own and multiple steals have really kept her and her Rebels in the lead at the moment. It's been great to see the amount of improvement and just kind of poise that she's had since the state preview tournament, as with the rest of the girls, really. Offensive and defensive rebounding goes pretty even. If anything, I believe that the Bear Lake Bears have quite a few offensive rebounds, just a hair of an advantage. But nonetheless, they've just been missing quite a few shots. They've been pulling a lot of threes, missing it, and without Ambria Lutz right now, the Rebels only would be at 9 points. So it's been great to see. Ambria coming up huge, and as well as a few other Rebels have been doing fantastic work. We thank you for joining us on the My Local Radio halftime show. The first half highlights brought to you by the town of Randolph. Thanks to the mayor and the town council for making that possible. We apologize as our video camera has just not really wanted to cooperate. Nonetheless, I'll try and give you the best possible idea of what's happening via my voice out here in Montpelier. We'll go ahead and take another quick break. Don't go anywhere, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, as we're joined here on the My Local Radio Halftime Show. Points in the paint, also an advantage currently for the Rich Rebels, as a lot of it has come off of drives and ones. Quite a few free throw opportunities for the Rich Rebels, and Ellie Argyle's cashed in on her free throws. Brittany Lamborn has cashed in on her free throws, as well as Mackenzie Smith. So free throws have really helped, as the percentage probably hovering around there, around 50%. So bonus points have been great. As part of our halftime show, we'd love to thank our sponsors, Atlas Home Care and Hospice, as Ambria Lutz has come back out onto the floor, leading her Rich Rebels currently right now. We're going to go ahead and take another quick break. When we come back, we'll get to the start of the third quarter and the start of the second half, really, as we get done with the My Local Radio halftime show in just a moment and get ready for an epic recreation third quarter. Thank you so much for joining us on 98.3 The Wildlife. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation on the Q, as well as online at mylocalradio.com.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep. In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, as we get ready for the start of the second half and the beginning of the third quarter. Our third quarter brought to you by Epic Recreation. Epic Recreation, make your vacation an epic one to remember. Rentals in Bear Lake, call 435-946-EPIC or find us on Facebook at epicrecreation.net. Into the third quarter we will go, and really quickly we'll go ahead, dip into our Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Again, frozen. Everybody's super excited. Here come the Rich Rebels across the line. Your home in Bear Lake is one phone call away at 435-946-8888. Around the horn, each of these teams go as the Rich Rebels back and forth. Cassie Grohl on the right side wing. And we're getting a 2-3 hybrid zone from the Bear Lake Bears. And guess what? It works. As the Rebels throw it away, it goes out of bounds and a turnover for the Rich Rebels. Now here comes Bear Lake with the ball. This is Oakley Crane passing it over there to Skinner, then to Kelsey on the right side. Out there to Skinner again. Kalisha Parker back in the game. She throws it into the paint. Here's Skinner. That one's blocked by Darlene Peterson. Jump ball between Kalisha Parker and Darlene Peterson. Possession arrow will stay with the Bears. They'll get the inbounds coming up underneath the basket. As we see in our camera here, great fans out here for Bear Lake, and they're working it in there to Bassett. Bassett working against Darlene Peterson. That's going to get stripped from her. Cassie Grohl comes up with the ball. Ambria Lutz working across the line, guarded by Oakley Crane. It's a good screen by Darlene Peterson. Nobody let Crane know that Darlene was right behind her. Here's Cassie Grohl working it into Darlene. Darlene back to Mackenzie Smith. Almost an up and down. Here comes Cassie Grohl for three. That one's left long, and that will go almost out of bounds, reeled in by Kelsey. Kelsey across the timeline. She's working really fast. Instead pulls it out at the top, goes to Crane, right at the top of the arc. Then out to Skinner, back to Crane at the very top. Kalisha Parker on the right side wing, out to the left, cutting into the lane at the very top. Long three for Kelsey. That's off the front of the rim. Rebound. Cassidy Grohl gets it to Ambria Lutz. And now 6.5 minutes left. A 21-13 lead for the Rich Rebels. And that ball gets thrown away. As Ambria was not looking for the ball, that ball coming in hot from Cassidy Grohl on the left side wing. And that ball will go falling out of bounds. 2 turnovers for the Rich Rebels here in the third quarter. Kelsey in there to Crane, and then back to Kelsey with the mid-range right in the paint. Just gets a little floater right in the lane, and a quick timeout by Coach Lundgren. That's an Independent Software Solutions timeout. Coach Lundgren's going to tell his team a little bit as to how they can break this defense that's being shown by the Bear Lake Bears. It's a quick timeout. We'll go ahead, keep it here, and it's a 15-21 lead still for Rich. Turnovers, and quite a few of them. 2 of them so far in the third quarter by the Rich Rebels. Have been thrown away and they have gone out of bounds, and Bear Lake has capitalized on one of them. Points off of turnovers, huge. 21-15. As out come the Rich Rebels again from their timeout very quickly. Our Rich Rebel student section led by Nate Woods and company out there cheering really loud for your Rich Rebel girls. Here comes an inbound coming in for Ambria Lutz from Cassidy Grohl. Here comes a press. Grohl has to bail out Ambria, and then here comes Grohl dribbling off of her foot. That one's going to go out of bounds, something that she'd love to have back. Not normally something that we see very often from Grohl, but this time she's going to go ahead and dribble it off her foot. Here comes inbounds for Bear Lake. Blowing past Ambria Lutz is Crane, and then Kalisha Parker back to Crane on the right side block. Thought she walked, but instead Mackenzie Smith will wrap her up, and that will be a foul on Mackenzie Smith. First one of the second half. Shaw, the freshman, has come in as well. Around to Kalisha Parker. Long three for Kalisha. Right off the back iron. No good. Offensive rebound. Back out to Shaw. Shaw to Kelsey. Kelsey takes the three. That's off the front iron. No good. Defensive rebound by Darlene Peterson. Ambria Lutz working across the timeline. Back out to Grohl. Grohl at the very top of the arc. She dribbles with her right hand. Guarded by Kelsey. Has to pick up her dribble. Goes out to Lutz. Lutz thinks about the three. Drives to the baseline. Is trapped down there and is bailed out by Darlene Peterson. Darlene goes up with her left hand. That one's good. Darlene cleaned it up And now Darlene's finally on the board. Darlene with 2 points. Here comes Bear Lake, and Skinner dumping it out there to Bassett. Bassett on the left side block. She's guarded by Darlene. Kicks it out there to Skinner. Back to Shaw. Shaw to the right to Kelsey. Kelsey to Kalisha Parker. Back to Kelsey, who drives, and then a good little backdoor cut on the right side block, and up and good. 17-21 is your score here. Ambria Lutz picks up her dribble, working her way across the timeline, has to throw it to Mackenzie Smith, instead gets wrapped up by Shaw on the arm. That will be a foul on Shaw again. Crawford Trough inbound to Cassidy Grohl, working across. Here's to the right to Mackenzie Smith, trying to get it inbounds. Instead, Brittany Lamborn calls for it on the left side block, and that's going to go bouncing off the fingertips of the defender on Smith. And here come the Bear Lake Bears. Shaw thinks about the three, drives into the lane, comes back out. This is Kelsey, long three. That one around the rim, no good. The ball will roll out of bounds and will go off of Darlene Peterson. Here comes an inbound underneath the basket. 23-17 is your score. 5-point lead right now. Scratch that, that's a 6-point lead. Inbounds coming in hot for Kelsey. Right side elbow jumper, no good. Rebound, Darlene Peterson. Gets the outlet to Ambria Lutz, who works her way across half court. She's guarded by the freshman Shaw. Back to Cassidy Grohl. Grohl, left-handed dribble, has to pick it up at the very top of the arc. Back to Lutz on the left side wing. Lutz back to Grohl at the top. Back to Lutz on the left side. Dribble in there for Darlene. Darlene shoots inside, just a little floater, no good, and almost an offensive rebound by Brittany Lamborn. Brittany steals the ball. Great work by Brittany as she drives into the lane, gets it to Mackenzie Smith, and she's going to get fouled driving. Foul before the shot on Brittany Lamborn. Good work by Brittany as she's going to get a huge steal. That's a Rich County steal. Rebels with the champion cause. Crawford Trough inbound coming in. High above Darlene. Gets it up and bottom of the net. Good left-handed shot for Darlene Peterson. So 25-17 is your score. Here comes Bear Lake. Bear Lake puts that one really up there quick. That's a miss by Kalisha Parker on the right side as she drove in. 25-17. Ambria Lutz working against the freshman, kicking it out there to Grohl on the left side. Grohl working her way with the right, now to the left, back to Lutz on the left side. Grohl at the top. Mackenzie Smith for three on the right side. That one's off the backboard, no good. Rebound, Oakley Crane. Crane turns on the Jets. She's going all the way. Floater leaves it short. Rebound, Kalisha Parker. Kalisha gets wrapped up by Mackenzie Smith. That is a jump ball. Ball will go with the Rich Rebels. Good work by Mackenzie Smith to wrap up. Hustle for those 50-50 balls as Grohl has come out, as well as Smith. Ellie Argyle and Violet Taylor, the underclassmen, have come into the game. 2:48 left, 25-17. Ambria Lutz working against Shaw. Shaw traps her in the back. Violet Taylor dribbles with her left across the line. Finally gets it across, kicks it out there to Lamborn. Lamborn pump fake, back across the line to Darlene. Darlene pump fake, drives baseline, back to Lamborn. Long three for Lutz, right off the top of the rim, no good. Rebound, Kalisha Parker. Still 25-17. Bassett getting into Kalisha. Kalisha on the right side. That one's up and good. An up and under play by Kalisha Parker. We know what she can do. She's been stellar so far, and she's been getting it going here in the second half. Here's Darlene and Lamborn, 2-on-1, and that's a foul. Foul on Lamborn. She'll go to the line. That's on Shaw, her third. On the arm, here comes Bear Lake Realty free throws coming up with 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Lamborn finding form, takes her time. Puts that one up and good. Bottom of the net, nothing but net, hardly moved. 26-19. Brittany Lamborn finding another point from the free throw line. Second one, no good. Rebound, Bear Lake. Here comes a long three by Skinner. Rebound by Violet Taylor. Ambria Lutz getting trapped by Crane here in the dead corner on the near side, helped out by Violet Taylor. Taylor takes it across with her left hand. Back to Lutz. Lutz at the very top of the arc here. A minute 30 left. Lamborn trying to get it in there, sneak it into to Ellie Argyle. That's going to be intercepted by the Bears. Here comes Crane across the line, and a long three for Shaw on the right side wing. Too far. Rebound, Darlene Peterson. Outlet to Ambria Lutz. Lutz slow and methodical, 26-19. Lutz picks up her dribble, bad place to do so, but instead Violet Taylor bails her out. Kicking out there to Lamborn. No, this is Argyle, and now Kalisha Parker keeps it in bounds. We got bodies flying all over the place right now, as it is very physical right now between Crane and Violet Taylor. They're going to nab Crane with the foul. Crane will get nabbed with the foul, and the ball will stay with the Rich Rebels. 59 seconds left here in the third quarter, brought to you by Epic Recreation. Violet Taylor kicking out there to Tingy. Tingy has a free lane inside. Instead, picks it up. Violet at the very top of the arc. Physical defense by the Bear Lake Bears on the right side baseline. Get it into Lamborn for a drive. Lamborn gets stuffed by Kalisha Parker. Balls flying everywhere as here comes a quick foul by Brittany Lamborn on Oakley Crane. The fast break, it was like a 4-on-5 fast break, and Violet Taylor as well as Brittany Lamborn was in the midst of it. Lamborn ended up wrapping around Taylor, Oakley Crane, around Oakley Crane, and now they get an inbound here. Here comes Crane kicking it out there on the right side wing into Kalisha Parker. Kalisha high above, rises above Darlene Peterson. And now 21-26. Kalisha Parker has been huge. And Tylee Tingy picked up her pivot foot right at the top of the arc, and that's going to be a turnover. Now only a 5-point lead for the Rich Rebels. 20 seconds left here in the third quarter, brought to you by Epic Recreation. Shaw over to Crane. And then back to Shaw at the very top, around the horn, back to Crane on the left. Crane takes a long three. She's going to leave that short. Rebound, Darlene Peterson. She's got 6 seconds to go. Is told to push. 3-1, long three by Violet. Violet, and everybody thought she got grabbed and whacked on the arm. And now a 21-26 score here in the third quarter. That's the end of 3. Thank you to Epic Recreation for making this third quarter possible that we can broadcast if we can get any internet out here in Montpelier. This is Cody Olson coming to you live from Montpelier as your Rich Rebels up 5 points, 26-21 against the Bear Lake Bears. We'll come back to you in a moment's time. Until then, this is a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Back out onto the court come the teams. We're going to start the fourth quarter here as it is shaping up to be a really close one. Third quarter brought to you today by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier. Imagine that, the most caring hospital on earth. We are in the city with the most caring hospital on earth. Here comes live camera mode back at you. This is the fourth quarter. 21-26 lead for the Rich Rebels. Here come the Bear Lake Bears. They're on offense. Back in, here comes Skinner, kicking it out there to Shaw. Shaw thinks about the 3, drives, but then kicks it back out to Skinner. Skinner on the left side. That's going to be an interception. Good defense by Ellie Argyle. Argyle steps right into the passing lane on the bounce pass intended for the low block. Lutz working her way, and she's going to get trapped. Back out to Argyle on the left. Argyle kicking out to their Violet Taylor. Lamborn was almost there. Instead, Lutz gets the ball. Lutz back up to the top to Violet Taylor. Taylor dribbling left, gets it out there to Ellie Argyle on the left side wing. Cross the court it goes. Pump fake. Lutz up with the left hand. She'll get fouled. 2 shots coming up for Ambria Lutz. That's going to be on Bassett. Bassett, I don't believe, has any fouls. No, this is going to be her second one by my count in a trip to the charity stripe. Here comes Ambria Lutz. Lutz, wow, that one was way deep into the basket. That one rolls and rattles and comes right out. No good on the first Bear Lake Realty free throw attempt. Lamborn has come out. Mackenzie Smith has come in. Substitution-wise, 7 minutes left in this game. Here comes the second attempt. That one, good. Bottom of the net, and now 27-21. Here come the Bears. Oakley Crane working against Violet Taylor. Kicking it out there to Kelsey, to Skinner on the left side. Back to Kelsey at the very top, looking inside. Hands everywhere in the paint. Murdoch gets in there to Ambria Lutz. The ball is free, and Mackenzie Smith kicks it back out there. Here comes the Rich Rebels. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Ambria Lutz kicking out there to Violet Taylor on the left, out here to Ellie Argyle. She's got an open 3, but decides to swallow that ball and then kicks it around the horn to Mackenzie Smith, now on the left side. Mackenzie pump fake, drives inside, gets out there to Ambria, now on to the right to Violet. Violet takes the 3. Long 3 is good. Violet Taylor, a huge three-pointer that puts them up by a substantial margin, 30-21. Long 3, no good by the Bear Lake Bears. Rebound, Darlene Peterson. Driving, Ambria driving into the lane, floater, no good. Darlene and Violet Taylor collapse in on the rebound, the what would be an air ball, and they collapse into each other. Violet Taylor, good night. That was an impressive 3 in the fourth quarter and a truly huge candidate for our Dr. McKay Frinkum precision play of the game. 6 minutes left in this game. Around the horn it goes. They're going to leave the open 3 for Skinner, who tries to bank it in. No good. Shaw, the smallest basketball player out there. She is very small. Ends up with the offensive rebound, and we're going to nab Darlene Peterson with a foul on the arm. Shaw cutting across the lane. She's going to get the ball and cut out to the top. Here's Kelsey going into the lane. Floater right in the middle. No good. Rebound, Darlene Peterson. Darlene has been huge as it comes to rebounds. She's definitely in the double digits at least by now. Kicking out there to Smith. Smith with the long 3. Kicks it back out to Ambria at the top. Violet Taylor back to Ambria on the left. Far out there, timeout. Independent Software Solutions timeout taken by Cody Lundgren. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves. Thank you for joining us on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
As high school sports fans, we know that sometimes you have to drive a long way to get to the next game. If you find yourself on the side of the road, remember that Freeway Tire in Evanston offers service calls and roadside assistance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a great idea to have your vehicle serviced, tires checked, and oil changed to make sure it's in top shape before your next long drive. Visit Freeway Tire today, your locally owned and operated tire shop. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. Here in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. trying to get the camera to work for you, as it has been a super fun game. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game. Internet has been, dare I say, bad. Here comes the Rich Rebels kicking out there to Ellie Argyle on the right side wing. Looks inside for Darlene Peterson. Instead, it goes across the court to Ambria Lutz. Is guarded by Kelsey. Kelsey puts in great work, and now Darlene attempts to get an assist from Violet Taylor. It's going to get intercepted, and here comes the Bear Lake Bears. Skinner out there, and now Kelsey thinking about the three, thought about it, now the bottom of the bucket. That's a three-pointer by Kelsey. They left her alone. That's huge, and now they're within 6. Darlene thinks about the long two on the right side baseline. Up to the top it goes to Ambria Lutz. Lutz back out there to Violet Taylor on the right side wing, guarded by Murdoch. Lutz back to Taylor in the middle. Violet finds Mackenzie Smith, who gets blocked. Blocked by Skinner. Here comes Shaw. Flying across the floor, here comes Shaw. As this ball is rattled around, Shaw on the right side block. That one's up and good. So we've lost power to the scoreboard. We've lost power to our equipment. So it's not just us right now, if you're wondering. Okay, here comes the scoreboard clock, 4:21. And by my count, it should be a 26-30 score on the Station on Main scoreboard. We thank you for joining us on 98.3 KADQ. Apologize for the technical difficulties and inconvenience that may be called. We're getting into the nitty-gritty of it here in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So we're going to get an inbounds underneath the basket over here, underneath Rich's own basket. So we're going to have a press called. Here we go as the timer comes off. Violet is working against the freshman. She gets across the line, and she's got room. Goes out there to Darlene Peterson, and then back up to the top to Ambria Lutz. Bodies flying everywhere as a great defense implemented by the Bear Lake Bears. Ambria back out to Violet. Violet to Ambria on the right side wing, guarded by Kalisha Parker. Violet Taylor back out to Ambria, looking inside, and Kalisha Parker's in there to poke it away. Lutz tried to lob it into Darlene Peterson, located on the right block over here, but Kalisha Parker with the fast hands, able to knock it out of bounds. Holding on to a slim margin, a 4-point margin, in a lead, 30-26. Your Rich Rebels up with 3:50 left in the game. Tingy has come into the game. And Violet Taylor, everyone keeps trying to lob these balls into the paint, and they're getting shoved right back. Great defense by the Bears. Around the corner, here's Ambria with the long three. This could be a dagger. No good. That one rattles out. Here comes Bear Lake, pushing up the floor. This is Kelsey, guarded by Ambria Lutz, out there to Shaw. Shaw jabs left, runs right, around the horn she goes, into the paint, a little bit of a floater. Darlene Peterson blocks her. Here's Violet Taylor. Taylor now with the outlet, working across. Good find to Darlene, up and up. Right-handed layup is good. 32-26, Darlene Peterson points in the fourth with that fast break layup here. Shaw on the left side wing, back up to the top to Kelsey. Kelsey way out to Murdoch. Murdoch guarded. This is a 2-3, and right in front, that's off the rim, and a three-pointer no good by Kelsey. Outlet there to Ambria Lutz. Quickly across the line, back out to Violet Taylor at the top of the arc. Now on the right, Tingy looking for Argyle, decides to eat it. Around the horn it will go. Kelsey pokes it away from Ambria Lutz, and that will go out of bounds. It will stay with the Rebels on the far side here. Near midcourt, the Rebels will get the ball, and inbounds thanks to the Crawford Trough. Inbounds to Darlene Peterson, who kicks it right back to Ambria. Picks up her dribble. Lamborn hounded by Crane. Crane back out there. Tingy has open room and decides instead to pass it back to Ambria Lutz, who almost goes over the line. Has to work her way around the defender, goes into the lane, kicks it out there to Ellie Argyle, back up to the top to Tingy. Tingy picks up her dribble. And it's going to be intercepted. Good steal by Crane. And Tingy with the quick foul. So after the quick steal by Oakley Crane, she runs down the court, and Tingy, as Crane's trying to reel it in, it was kind of fumbling off of her fingers, is going to get a loose ball foul. And here comes an inbounds on the Rich side of the court for the Bear Lake Bears. Into Shaw. Shaw, no one guarding her, goes into the lane, kicks it out there to Kelsey. Around the horn, back out to the left for Crane. Crane back to Kelsey. Thought about the three. Shaw trying to get it to Kalisha Parker. Shaw gets it into Kalisha on the right side block, goes up and good. That's her spot. Kalisha has been huge in the second half. 4-point lead for the Rich Rebels. Here we go. Darlene Peterson gets in, hands it off to Ellie Argyle, who goes up with the left. It's going to be blocked by Kalisha Parker. Blocking foul on Brittany Lamborn after the defensive rebound, and that's going to be close. We're almost to the 1-and-1. 2-point lead being held on by the Rich Rebels with 1 minute and 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Each team has 5 fouls. 2 more to give before bonus. Well, 1 more to give before bonus. Inbounds to Shaw. Shaw working across the timeline. They got to score quick. They get it out there to Skinner. Skinner out there to Crane. Crane back to Skinner in the paint. Back out to the right side. Shaw for 3. Too long. Rebound, Mackenzie Smith. And a foul will be called on Oakley Crane as they are hounding Ambria Lutz and company. I think that's the plan. They're going to play physical until they get sent to the line. So 6 personal fouls coming up for the Bear Lake Bears. 1 more until they go into the bonus. So here comes a Crawford-Trough inbound coming up. Smith gets the inbound quickly. Dribbles with her right hand, guarded by Kalisha Parker. Gets it out there to Lamborn right in front of her. Lamborn on the right side. Slips, is in trouble. Quick timeout called by Cody Lundgren. We'll go ahead and take a quick breather. Thank you for joining us on 98.3 The Wildlife. We'll join you momentarily after this 30-second timeout on mylocalradio.com.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Back into the action. Welcome, Rebel fans. We've got 1 minute and 14 left in this game. A 32-28 lead held by the Rich Rebels. And we're going to, that quick timeout taken by Coach Lundgren here on the right near side. They're in Bear Lake territory. Getting out there to Mackenzie Smith on the block, well, on the baseline on the right side. It's just going to be straight up man. Darlene Peterson gets the handoff quickly. Ambria Lutz guarded by the freshman. Here we go, Brittany Lamborn handing off. They're just kind of playing keep away right now at the very top of the arc. Lutz driving in, decides to pull it out on the right side baseline. We're going to get a flagrant foul called on Oakley Crane as she was hounding Ambria Lutz, and I think just kind of like tripped up underneath her, and Lutz goes flying into the stands. So Lutz with the technical foul. Shots coming up. Technical foul shots coming up. The first Bear Lake Realty free throw. First one up, good for Ambria Lutz. That's her first points of the second half. She's been held mostly quiet. So now 5-point lead. Second one, up and good. She makes good with the 2 free throws, gifted by the technical foul. We get MVP chants coming up from the student section, and I cannot disagree with them. Ambria has been huge in this game. Guarded by Shaw. Now they're going to kind of dip back into a zone. There's a 6-point lead for the Rich Rebels at the top. Ambria Lutz just kind of dribbling around, trying to waste time. Mackenzie Smith, easy bucket, decides to keep it and dribble it out. Probably smart. They're just kind of dribble out the time. She instead pulls it out. They had like a 2-on-1 easy basket coming up, and here comes the 1-and-1 for Mackenzie Smith. 6-point lead, 34-28. That one up and good. As with the end of every game, when you're kind of down a little bit, it's getting a little bit chippy out there. Mackenzie Smith. Second free throw opportunity, up and good. They make good on their free throws. Great stuff. As here comes Bear Lake, 36-28. 8-point lead. Skinner kicking out there to Shaw. Shaw out there to Kelsey. Kelsey drives. Gets it in there to Kalisha Parker. That's her spot. Cannot stop Kalisha Parker. Right on that right side block. She has just been on fire. Quick timeout. We'll go ahead, keep it here. Your Rich Rebels up by 6 with 16 and a half seconds left in this game. And, I mean, the second half has been very close. But Ambria Lutz coming up clutch with free throws, as well as Mackenzie Smith has really kind of sealed the deal, I feel like, for the Rich Rebels. Nothing is said and done and over with, really, but those free throws, which have been, I guess, more than a hindrance in previous games, as they've been shooting around 40% from the line. They made it when it counted here at the very end. And we'll get a quick timeout. Thank you for joining us on 98.3 The Wildlife. Cody Olson here live with you from Montpelier, Idaho. Special thanks to Melissa Olson, who's been manning the camera tonight. She's been doing wonderful. None of this blackout internet issues is her fault whatsoever. I mean, we've been losing power to the scoreboard. We've been losing power to our equipment. But here comes a full court press implemented by Bear Lake, and Brittany Lamborn gets it into Ambria Lutz. Back over to Lamborn. They break the press easily. Wolf coming out for Lamborn. Lamborn gets tackled near the free throw line, driving in. Hits from behind. She kind of just trips up and falls forward. I say tackled, but it was not that bad. So 1-and-1 coming up for Brittany Lamborn. Brittany has made good with her free throws today, as the Rebels have been in the bonus for a hot minute since the physical play implemented by the Bear Lake Bears, as they've been down about 3 possessions most of the fourth quarter. Bear Lake Realty free throw coming up for Lamborn. This one up and right off the front of the rim, no good. 10 seconds left in this game. Kalisha Parker almost traveled with it. Instead, Shaw kicks it out there to Skinner. Skinner off the backboard, no good, and a rebound by Kalisha Parker. Air ball on the last-ditch attempt, and the Rich Rebels come away with the victory, 36-30. That is your final. Thank you for joining us here in Montpelier. Don't go anywhere. Cody Olson here with you live. We'll touch up a little bit on the post-game show, talk a little bit about the diagnostics, player of the game, shot of the game. Lots of really good stuff coming up next after this Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel basketball on 98.3, as well as online at mylocalradio.com.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
As high school sports fans, we know that sometimes you have to drive a long way to get to the next game. If you find yourself on the side of the road, remember that Freeway Tire in Evanston offers service calls and roadside assistance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a great idea to have your vehicle serviced, tires checked, and oil changed to make sure it's in top shape before your next long drive. Visit Freeway Tire today, your locally owned and operated tire shop. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome to the post-game show, everybody. Thank you for joining us here in Montpelier. Your Rich Rebels will take this one 36-30 after a huge performance again by Ambria Lutz. We'll go ahead, dip into our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's in Evanston, gourmet sandwiches made fresh and fast every day. 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meat every single day at the end of the first quarter, 8-4. Really tight, really, the entirety of the game. Rich started to kind of pull away a little bit in the third quarter, and then Bear Lake started to kind of close the gap. After 8 points scored by Kalisha Parker, she's had huge rebounds as well. So I believe that she had 8 points, and probably she was rocking 7 or 8 rebounds at the very end of the game. Offensive rebounds as well, huge for them. They got second chance points, but Rich able to hold them off. Final 36-30. Huge win for the Rich Rebels as they come to Bear Lake, take care of business. Bear Lake will fall to 0-4 on the season. Rich will go to 2-2. They're at 500, and they're on a 2-game winning streak so far. Join us next week as the Rich Rebels will be taking on, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that either the freshman or the varsity squad will be taking on Mountain Crest of some sort from Hiram, Utah, back in Cache Valley. Also, the Bridger Valley Tournament for the boys will be going on. We'll be piloting ourselves to and from Mountain View and Lyman. That should be really, really fun. As we kind of dip into now our Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game. Precision play of the game, huge three-pointer by Violet Taylor. Her only points of the game. She's going to end with 2 steals, 3 points, 1 rebound. But her three-pointer, huge. She got whacked. She ended up on the floor, skyrocketed at that thing, and it found the bottom of the net, and it really kept the Rebels kind of comfortably in the lead. Nobody panicked. She rose to the occasion, had ice in her veins, put it in the bottom of the net. Great work by Violet Taylor to get the Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game. That is precision. That's providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices. Call today for an appointment at 307-681-8255. 789-8910. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll go ahead and take one more quick break, clear everything up, come back to you, and wrap it all up on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
Now you've got a safe and secure place to store your boat, RV, ATVs, and other vehicles right in town. T-Bar Body Shop offers storage for just $35 per month. Long and short-term storage options are available. Of course, T-Bar Body Shop also offers custom bodywork when you have an accident. Work with your insurance directly and get the job done right. T-Bar Body Shop offers a wide range of services. Stop in today and see all the ways T-Bar can serve you. 515 County Road, Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car.
Back again to the post-game coverage. Cody Olson coming to you live on 98.3 KADQ. Thank you for joining us again out here in Montpelier, Idaho. Final score will be a 36-30 victory. The Rich Rebels over a well-coached, well-manned Bear Lake Bears girls squad. They were fantastic, good competition. It got physical. These are what cross-border rivalries are all about. Final statistics, Ambria Lutz with 14 points, 5 steals, a couple rebounds. Darlene Peterson, 6 points, all in the second half, plus 10 rebounds. Almost a double-double if she was able to get some more points there. Ellie Argyle with 3 points, all, I believe, free throws. And Tylee Tingy with 2. That was a long, beautiful, long two-pointer from Tylee Tingy on the right side wing that got her on the scoreboard here. Violet Taylor with the immaculate, just pristine 3 in the fourth quarter, kept Rich in the lead. Mackenzie Smith with 4 points as well. As for the Bear Lake Bears, Kalisha Parker leading the way with 8 points in the fourth quarter alone and 8 rebounds. Good luck to the Bear Lake Bears as they continue on their journey. Rich Rebels on a 2-game winning streak. Your LSR Refrigerated Player of the Game, brought to you by Darren and Tricia and the entire Wallentine family, will go to Ambria Lutz. Without her, this score is not possible. She manned the point. She made some huge threes, and she found the open teammate to get some points on the board. Congratulations to her, as well as to LSR Refrigerated for being part of our post-game coverage. Thank you so much for joining us. Join me next week for girls coverage against Mountain Crest. That will be on Thursday, and then the Bridger Valley tournament all weekend for the boys. Let's see what they can do after a huge win over Telos, the undefeated Telos Titans. They took care of business last night. Thank you so much for listening on 98.3. This is the end of our broadcast. Special thanks to Colton Bagley back in the studio, keeping us on air. Apologies for the technical difficulties at times. Melissa Olson manning the camera. She did fantastic. Cody Olson coming to you at the very end of this broadcast. As always, thank you again. Drive safely if you're going back. If you're going back from Montpelier, back to Randolph. And as always, go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on MyLocalRadio.com. Until next time,